Yes, indeed. Back with another episode of the discussion. I am the bad guy, CJ Dub.
Yes, sir. And I am the good guy, not the caveman, Mr. Edale.
How you doing today, sir?
Oh man, look, man, I'm doing, man. Got sinuses and the dentist scared me, and all these other things. So I guess I'm alive.
Well, see, today is just not your day.
It's not my day.
But we having technical difficulties. You went to the dentist, got a spear. We gonna make it through this though, brother. You know what I mean?
Already, I like to hear that. I like the sound of that.
We resilient. The devil just tried to knock us off, man.
Yeah, but you know what, man, Mr. Devil, we still right here on the discussion. Keeping it real with the folks out there, man. Look, shout out to the people out there in the comments, man. Shout out to my main man, Sean, who I got his name right now.
Shout out to Sean. Shout out to LB.
Yes,
shout out to Meek Wells and everybody in the comment section. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit the subscribe button, like the page, and then hit the bell so you get your notifications each and every time we drop new content.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if you feel charity in your heart, the PayPal is pinned above this post, and you can also cash app us via money sign CJ Dove and money sign 23A Rick.
A Rick,
not E Rick, but A Rick.
A Rick, man. Look, I told everybody my name. I don't think I have to tell them this every week, right?
So being that we having technical difficulties, this may be the first time you see this visual looking a little bit different. For some reason.
You look skinny.
The devil is really busy, man. He's like, y'all not performing today. And I said, yo, the hell with you, man. You know what I mean?
We coming out swinging.
Because that's how I do. I don't give up easy, man.
Hey, listen. I like that, and I need some of that in my life, brother. You know what I mean?
I had to, because
I give up. I give up. Stop, man. I don't have to.
He tried to cancel the show. He was like not happy with the way things was progressing. And I said, you know what, man? We owe it to the people. LB done text me early today.
Right.
We got to give them something.
Okay.
Even though it ain't right and exact, we're going to give you guys something.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes,
so,
sir.
With that being said, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day.
Right.
This glorious Thursday. Beautiful outside. Go hug your kids. Call your mother. Call your aunt that you ain't talked to in a few weeks, a few months, or whatever. Make peace in your life, man.
That's right. And make sure you cover up for that pollen out there, man, because I'm suffering right now.
Yeah, be careful with that pollen. I personally take Zyrtec, and I'm feeling great.
That's what I used to go to.
If it wasn't for the Zyrtec, I would be struggling just like my brother. But because I take Zyrtec, I'm not suffering today. I feel actually pretty damn good.
Okay, all right.
So moving right along, we missed a few minutes, so I'm gonna hop right into it.
Right.
We're gonna go the classic of the day.
Yes, sir.
The classic of the day. I personally, because I've been listening to this group for the last few days, I chose to go with the infamous Mobb Deep.
Okay.
Hell on Earth, man. How you feel about that one?
Is that joint? Hold on, that ain't the one with Getaway on it, is it?
Nah, this is the one with the song Hell on Earth. Drop a gem on it.
Was that the third album they made?
This was, yeah. It's actually the third.
Yeah, that's the third.
But see, most people forget about Juvenile Hell. Mobb Deep had their first album was called Juvenile Hell.
I never heard it.
So, if you count Juvenile Hell, it's the third.
Okay, that was just like they coming out party. Yo, this is who we are.
Yeah, the Infamous was the one that kind of, got them the notoriety that they deserved.
Right.
But they had one prior to that called Juvenile Hell. The album that I chose is Hell on Earth. Because I've been banging this like the last couple of days. Rest in peace to my main man, Prodigy.
Rest up, P.
Prodigy was when I thought about it, even, low key, Prodigy was my favorite rapper.
Hey, listen, you can't help but like Prodigy. That's just, the name speaks for itself, man. Prodigy was in a lane of his own, especially with rapping. It was rugged, it was hardcore. You know what I mean? He really didn't care. You know what I'm saying? He just did what he wanted to do.
You know what Prodigy was? Prodigy was the epitome of what New York hip hop. Grimy.
MOP type style.
That energy, you know what I mean?
They had it, bro.
Through H&IC. Now, I don't know what happened to Prodigy. With, I ain't gonna say anything happened, but to me, as a big fan of Mobb Deep, I felt like after H&IC, Prodigy kind of got lazy with the lyrics a little bit.
Got that money, man. Got fat, got rich.
But that's just my opinion. There are a lot of people who don't, believe that. But I like on, starting at not Murder Music, but Infamy. I started to notice a difference in the way he approached tracks.
Right.
It just seemed a little, Prodigy, man, he had that slick talk. Man.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? He was the slickest. He had the slickest tongue in hip hop, man. And
that's arguable. That's arguable. I don't know, but that's arguable. You can make an argument for that.
He probably was talking that.
He was. He was.
You know what I'm saying? Like I loved it. He did it in a slick, clever, flashy way. You know what I mean? So salute the Prodigy.
Salute.
Rest in heaven. Shout out to Havoc. Definitely Havoc, one of the most underrated producers.
Yeah.
In hip hop history. Mobb Deep, man, they definitely was a fan favorite. They did their thing. But like I said, I chose Hell on Earth today.
Right.
Which is my favorite Mobb Deep album.
Okay, well let's get it, man.
I don't think it's their best, but it's like a personal favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Many gems on here. Drop a gem on me. Where they went at, Tupac, Blood Support, Extortion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Hell on Earth, Godfather Part 3.
Yeah, they tried to come at the kid at Machiavelli, man. They shot at Mac, man.
But they had to ease up because he got killed. You know what I mean?
Right.
I remember when this song dropped, I was kind of like, it was like all those things happened like right at the same time.
Right.
Tupac ended up getting killed, and they had other records, but they kind of had to take him off the album.
Right.
But Drop a Gem on him was already kind of circulating in the streets.
All right.
So
drop a gem on the people, man.
Oh, you want to drop a gem on him?
I mean, drop a gem on the people, man.
Let me see. Which one?
But just hit us
so
with
many. I'm gonna give it to.
Just hit us with a personal favorite.
Personal favorite. Oh man. I'm gonna go with G.O.D. Father Part 3. QBC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So today's classic, Mobb Deep.
We got Anthony Craddock is in the house. He said they were underrated. I agree. They were the most underrated group to me. Duo, the most underrated dynamic duo to me. Those two dudes right there.
So?
I think so. I think that with
I think MOP is more underrated than Mobb.
I think MOP is a little underrated, but they're not on the Mobb P level. Mobb Deep level.
Now, me and you would disagree on that.
I love MOP.
I get your point.
I love MOP, but I just think that their music. We should be talking about them more in hip hop as well. They had their own movement, man, and it was dope. It was fly. You know what I'm saying?
You know who? And I didn't realize this until the last couple of days, listening to a lot of Mobb Deep. And shout out to J Love. Those Murder Misses joints was phenomenal. You know what I mean? But so I've been listening to a lot of Mobb Deep. You know who Prodigy actually reminded me of?
Who
the
that?
way his rhyme structure was and the sound of his voice.
Who that?
Prodigy has a lot of similarities to Rakim. And I never realized it until
he do.
Just like listening to them for the last couple of days like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was listening to him, I was like, he actually sounds like Rakim did when he first came out.
Yeah, but Rakim verbiage was a little slicker though.
Well, Rakim focused a lot on 5% ideology. Prodigy was talking about the street. You know what I'm saying?
But
so it was a difference in the subject matter.
Right.
But as far as the cadence and the sound of the voice, it's very Rakim.
But who else to model it after? Who else?
Hey,
I mean, listen. Who else to model it after? Everybody model their flows after Rakim or a Cool G Rap or somebody. You just do.
That influence we was talking about.
And listen, it's passed down so heavily in the genes, and most people can't even see it and don't even know they have it, and they're rapping and they're like a whole totally different person, and they don't even know who it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how deep hip hop blood is. It just runs through the veins of the hip hop world. If you grew up off this, you passed it down.
That's a fact, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
That's an absolute fact. So with that being said, man, salute to Mobb Deep, man. They have several albums that I could have chosen to play. But like I said, I've been kind of on them last couple of days.
Right.
Hell on Earth is my ish.
Right.
Love this album, top to bottom.
Okay.
Rest in heaven, the Prodigy.
Right.
Salute to Have.
Yo, salute. Hey, look, while we sitting here, we press for time, we've been having these little difficulties. Let's jump right into it, man, because I want to understand, like, what you was talking about the disrespect in hip hop still today. I've been hearing stories, I've been seeing posts about a lot of different things, but the one that sticks out is I've heard something. Didn't you mention that earlier about the body or something being taken?
Yeah.
Something.
Which that story really has nothing to do with hip hop,
Yeah, right.
but at the same time, you know, the levels of disrespect that's starting to go on in
Right.
this world. A body was actually snatched from a funeral. Now there are mixed commentary about it. You know what I mean? Willie D, shout out to Willie D Live,
Right.
Who covered the story when I first heard it. Now the conflicting stories is the first story that came out was it was a Chicago funeral, and gang members rushed into the funeral.
Right.
Excuse me, and took the body.
To do what with it though? I don't understand that. Like, why? I mean, was the parents there? Other
Yeah.
person?
Yeah.
And they just went in and took the body like it was.
That was the first report, and then there was another report that said that they actually it was friends of the person who died, and they felt that the love that was being shown was fake, so they decided to take the body and go have their own ceremony. So, however you twist and turn it, it's not. You know, the levels of disrespect, man. You know,
Listen,
very disrespectful.
listen. To have, if this story is true, right? Like you've heard it. I didn't hear it. You know what I mean? I've been kind of busy the last few days, and but if that's true, that's a different level of disrespect. Because look, you in there with your loved ones, mourning the death of maybe your son, your brother, your cousin. Or no matter who it is, you know what I'm saying? And for someone to walk in there and take the body because you feel that a certain level of fakeness, fake love being showed, or no matter the case, you don't walk in there and do that. That's a level of disrespect that's, man, look, yeah. I've never heard of anything like that. Not me. So, but that's just very disrespectful to those parents and to his loved ones.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is new territory for me, which, you know, takes me to the Tiller situation. This dude, now I saw a IG live where he said it wasn't him, but, you know, several other people said it was him in the video. But these dudes, him and a couple of his friends, went to their op's grave and pissed on the grave and recorded themselves doing it.
I remember that story.
And in retaliation, while Tiller was at a drive-through McDonald's, the ops seen him, they opened fire on him, and his, I want to say 6 or 7-year-old daughter was killed.
That's crazy, man.
So
that's crazy.
It's kind of like this, and I, you know, salute to my brother Shots because we kind of, you know, had this conversation last night. If you snatch a body from a funeral, if you go piss on somebody's grave and record it, man, in my opinion, you're asking somebody to kill you. Because what that does is trigger emotions in somebody who probably wouldn't even be thinking about killing you.
Right.
But you're gonna drive somebody to the edge. So, what is the purpose in doing that when somebody's already dead and gone?
That's just a very bravado move. It's a move showing, look, I'm the king of this castle. I do, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that attitude. I don't like people thinking that they're above or way far over people or more dominant than the next person, or feel like they just have to show they gangster. I mean, look, look. I'm not. I'm not being loyal to people that I know that don't have my best interest at heart. People don't have your best interest at heart, and you're being loyal for them. You're dying for them to go and piss on somebody's grave and
had the audacity to have on a T-shirt that said "Rest in Piss."
Right, and that's crazy. And then you video and then say it's not you, and then the retaliation happens. And what happens in that response? A child gets murdered. So these things right here, they play out, man. I just say, look, be smarter than that, man. I mean, it's not that serious. You mean to tell me somebody wronged you that bad that you, we've heard people say, yeah, when you die, I piss on your grave. But I mean, literally, to do that, you hated this guy.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level of disrespect. And to me, if you're doing that, like, you really have a death wish. I can't think of no possible scenario. Even if somebody did the most heinous thing to somebody that I love very dearly,
right?
Them being gone, which we're not supposed to wish death on nobody, right? Even our enemies. But at times our emotions do get the best of us.
They do.
So I'm telling you, even in the worst circumstance that I can think of, I just don't see the point in pissing on nobody's grave.
I don't see the point walking in there and snatching a body during a funeral. I don't see that. I don't see any of it. I don't get any of this. This level of disrespect is shown that it's gone too freaking far. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what it was. What would that come from? I don't want to blame that like that on hip hop because that's not what hip hop teaches.
That's not what it's supposed to teach. But unfortunately, a lot of these kids are growing up looking at the world through the eyes of hip hop, and the people that they're idolizing are characters. They're not even, those are characters. They aren't even the real. They're not showing them their real selves.
Right.
They're not presenting their real selves to the world.
Right. So don't be fooled by this. Look, I remember my brother used to always say that. You know what I'm saying? When you on the stage, you're somebody else. You're not yourself. You know what I'm saying? You get up there and you know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm able to do certain things and not, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's in me to just do it. You know what I'm saying? And just don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm playing another person or I'm in a role, like when I'm here, I'm myself, but during the podcast, but when I'm home, I'm a little different. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a little more vocal here, but don't be fooled by this hip hop that would tell you that gold chains and money is just all it is, because that's not hip hop.
And shout out to my main man Anthony, who had a very official comment in the comment section. Anthony says rappers are the only ones dying over music.
That's true.
And that is absolutely true. Oh. Which leads me more to what we covered last episode. How detrimental is hip hop to our children?
Right.
Because we can sit here, we love the culture. I personally don't feel like nobody loves hip hop culture more than me. I love the hip hop culture, every aspect of it.
You do. You really love it.
From b-boying to MCing to DJing, I'm somebody who loves all the elements of the culture.
Right.
And what I see, even going back in the days, like I chose Mobb Deep as a classic today.
Right.
But if I really break down and analyze what it was that I was absorbing while I was listening to this, it's not positive. For the most part.
A lot of it's not positive.
It's not positive.
Right.
It allows you to reflect. You know what I mean? When you a youngin' and you out here doing, all sorts of stuff in the streets, right, man, you relate to this music and it a lot of it motivates you.
Right.
Gives you ideas.
But that's what music does. That's hip hop.
Right. That's what music does.
It moves the spirit. It calms the savage beast.
Exactly.
That's what hip hop and music is.
Sometimes,
but I don't think that it should be in a place where we're dying over music. I mean, look, for God's sakes, I can say something about you on a record and you say something about me, and then next week we having a shootout and we're dead because of some words that were exchanged on wax.
Right.
I mean, look, I just think that this era is a lot more, I don't want to say soft, a little more ginger than those guys. A lot more sensitive than the old hip-hop heads were. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take it like your heart hurting, your boys laugh at you, you go home, your side chick, your side piece, your old lady might laugh at you, and now you're taking it to the heart. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't listen to people, man. Don't have people fool you. Don't let that fool you. And look, we got to take all these guns and all this shooting out of hip-hop. Yeah. We got to take the guns and the shooting out of hip-hop. That is a must.
I think the problem is, I don't really think the music is doing anything that we haven't heard before.
Right.
What I think is the corporations decided to only focus on one aspect of it. So there's really no balance in the type of hip hop that you hear on the radio. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So
I just don't think there's a proper balance to give these kids different things to absorb. And then on top of that, parenting.
It is, but it's just not played.
It's right. That music is being made, but
it's just not played.
If you don't know where to go look for it, you're probably not going to catch it.
But you know why that is, though? Because corporate America is scared of that. They don't want you being conscious or aware of who you are and the type of power you have collectively. Because hip-hop is the biggest genre of music, but why only black people dying in hip-hop as far as violence, when it comes to violence? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's like they've been taught to hate themselves. Let's display the part of hip-hop that should be displayed, the love, the unity. You know what I'm saying? All these things. You know what I'm saying? So hip-hop has took a dramatic turn. Look, I'm not saying I hate hip-hop. I do hate the violence aspect of it. I don't like it. I don't like when they just killing each other over. I mean,
even somebody like Mo 3 predicted his death. You like, these rappers are like trying to live out their lyrics, and it's coming at a cost.
It is, but you look, what you speak in the atmosphere shall return to you. So look, don't speak evil over your life. Don't speak death over your life. Speak life into you. See, that's what God is about. See, that's why when I hear people say these things and then you tell me you love God, it's impossible. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into your family, your friends. You know what I'm saying? That's what needs to be done in hip-hop. Speak life over the people in that community to keep that lifted up. Keep the kids lifted as well.
Shout out to Wise Intelligent, Poor Righteous Teachers, who did a lecture, and he was kind of talking about why the corporations decided to put the emphasis on the negative aspects of hip hop. And one of the things that he mentioned was in 1989, "Fight the Power" was the #1 record.
Man, I still listen to
hip-hop
it.
record in the world.
I still listen to it today. I told you that I listen to that in the mornings at work sometimes.
Right.
I listen to that.
And when you fast forward to 2021, it's really hard to imagine a song like "Fight the Power"
You're right.
being the #1 record in the world.
Oh man.
It seems far-fetched.
It's very distant.
So if you go back to the late 80s and you know, all this black unity, and you know, these artists was teaching you about self, about your culture, about, you know, the different things that, you know, important prominent people in the black community have done.
Exactly.
Instead of have people putting down their gold chains and wearing African medallions.
Man, I remember that era because I had one.
I had one too.
I had one. Listen, I loved them. You know what I'm saying? I love the shirts, everything. You know what I'm saying? We need to bring that back to hip hop, bro. One day we're gonna come in here we're gonna call it Flashback Hip Hop Day. Flashback, and we're gonna come in here with the old medallions, and we're gonna put the B-boy clothes on, and we're gonna the Adidas with the laces.
Could I wear my shout out to my kid Cool Rock from Fat Boys. Remember the raccoon hat?
Yeah, you can wear that.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Put on the raccoon.
Listen, anything hip hop that was positive, that was a movement, that was a trend, that was what, you know what I'm saying, we look forward to when we was growing up as kids. We got to bring it back because, look, we say we want these kids to make music and be respectable. We are the ones, the people in the game, what would they call the OGs or the unks in the game? Y'all got to talk to these kids, man. Y'all got to let them know, look, that ain't how it's supposed to happen. Straighten out, man. Look, Tuesday, Thursday, C&E discussion will be live on Facebook, man. You can find us on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, wherever you are, man. Look, we there. Don't forget to click on the donation link, man. Look, looking for donations to upgrade the show, man, and future community outreach programs that we're finna venture into. So look, man, y'all check your boys out, man, and holler. Anything you want to say to the people, bro?
That's it, bro.
That's it.
You said it all. Everybody enjoy your evening.
Yes, sir.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.